A live Copepod culture setup. It is done in two 5-gallon paint buckets. These can be purchased at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, anywhere you desire. These particular orange ones come from Home Depot. Being orange, they are semi-translucent as opposed to purchasing at a typical pet store, which are usually a darker blue. This allows light to slightly come in and just barely illuminate it. They are not photosynthetic organisms in the sense that they must have sunlight in order to propagate, but it does give them a night and day cycle, and it does kind of help regulate them. I just go ahead and keep this light, which is a very basic LED with a gooseneck and clip. This was just purchased from Amazon, basic like $10 light. It's not rated for freshwater growth or certainly not coral growth, but it does have a setting for night lights and that kind of stuff, but I don't use it for that, just strictly for daylight. These two cultures are typically, they have different harvest rates. So every 2 weeks they get harvested. So in other words, this one gets harvested after the second week of the month, and then this one after the fourth week of the month. So they've got a month of growth between them. This one most recently got harvested. Phytoplankton is not being eaten as quickly because there are fewer pods in here at this point in time, so I won't need to add more phytoplankton until later on. I just go by the coloration of the water. As it gets clearer, it's time to add more phytoplankton, but as it's darker, it can go on a little bit longer. The aeration is done by basic airline tubing. With an air stone, I recommend instead doing a rigid airline, such as this 1/4 inch airline. Just cut the amount you need and shove it right in there at the end. The air stone has worked for me so far. I have them both connected to the same air pump via a gang valve, aquarium gang valve. With a gate setup, I suggest instead getting a metallic ball valve with levers on it. That's a much better setup, and it will be more durable. But for what it is, this is a $2 gang valve from Walmart, and it does the job just fine. It just has less control over everything. This side over here has been harvested less recently, so it is getting clearer at a faster rate. As you can see, this water line is at 3 gallons as opposed to the previous, which is at about 2. And you've got copepods just swimming just about everywhere. You can sit the camera anywhere. There's a black one right here in the center, and you can see them swim around at any given moment right towards the center of the screen. They're just swimming around. That's what they do. All right, hope this was helpful.